It is the Persian New Year in the ancient city of Shiraz, a season marked by elaborate public festivals and traditional displays. Amidst the celebrations, an Indian inventor approaches the king to present a mechanical horse. He claims this jeweled masterpiece is capable of impossible, lightning-fast flight. The king's son decides to test the machine himself. He vaults into the saddle, triggering the launch mechanism, and rockets blindly into the sky. This schematic reveals the flaw in the prince's plan. He knows how to initiate the climb, but not how to descend. To avoid drifting into the atmosphere, he must find a tiny hidden peg tucked near the horse's ear. Twisting that second peg finally slows his climb. After hours of navigating the dark, he finally touches down on a palace roof in the distant kingdom of Bengal. While exploring the palace, the prince encounters the Princess of Bengal. Instead of alerting the guards, she offers him sanctuary, and over the following months, the two develop a deep romantic bond. An arrogant test of a mechanical toy has successfully sparked a royal romance, but the resulting fallout will soon involve the highest levels of two rival courts. Eager to formalize their union, the prince flies the princess back to Persia. He leaves her at a quiet country estate while he travels to the capital to prepare a formal royal reception. However, the inventor has just been released from a Persian prison. Seeking revenge against the royal family, he tracks the prince to the country estate and finds the princess unguarded. Posing as a royal messenger, the inventor tricks the princess into mounting the mechanical steed. He twists the launch peg, spiraling out of sight. The prince returns from the capital just in time to watch the princess vanish. With the mechanical horse gone, the prince has no way to give chase. He is forced to abandon his status and rely on his own wits to find her. The kidnapper steers the horse toward the kingdom of Kashmir, eventually landing in a wood near the capital. The Sultan of Kashmir discovers the pair while out hunting. He orders his guards to kill the inventor immediately, but he views the princess as a spoil of war and claims her for his own. He takes her to his palace and decrees that a forced public wedding will take place the very next morning. To prevent the marriage, the princess adopts a desperate strategy. When the Sultan approaches her, she feigns a violent madness, shouting and throwing objects to keep her captors at a distance. The performance is so convincing that the court physicians are unable to offer a diagnosis, giving the princess the time she needs to wait for help. By weaponizing her perceived insanity, the princess successfully stalls the Sultan's plans and retains control over her own fate. Back in Persia, the prince disguises himself and begins a search that spans the continent. He travels in the humble robes of a dervish, allowing him to move through foreign cities without attracting the attention of local authorities. He eventually reaches Kashmir, where he hears rumors of a foreign princess who lost her mind on the eve of her wedding to the Sultan. To get past the palace guards, the prince adopts the persona of a master physician. He promises the Sultan that he has the rare medicine needed to cure the princess's condition. Once the Sultan grants him access to her chambers, the prince reveals his identity. In this secret reunion, the two coordinate a final plan to recover the horse and escape the kingdom. The prince has successfully breached the Sultan's stronghold using deep cover infiltration rather than force. The prince tells the Sultan that the princess's madness is a byproduct of the horse's enchantments. He insists on a public ritual in the palace square where the horse and the princess must be surrounded by aromatic incense. The Sultan is so eager to proceed with the wedding that he agrees to the plan. He orders the mechanical horse to be brought out of the treasury and placed in the center of the palace square. With the princess safely in the saddle, the prince surrounds the machine with braziers of burning coal and heavy perfumes. The resulting incense creates a dense cloud of smoke that obscures the courtyard. This provides the tactical cover the prince needs to move through the square without being detected by the Sultan's guards. He uses the Sultan's own desire for a public spectacle to create the perfect distraction for their departure. As the smoke reaches its peak, the prince sprints to the center of the square and leaps onto the horse behind the princess. He twists the launch peg, and the machine immediately carries them high above the palace and away from Kashmir. As they ascend, the prince calls out a final warning to the Sultan, telling him that a marriage cannot be forced without the consent of the bride. This story survives as a testament to the power of intellect over brute force. It demonstrates how patience and strategic planning can outmaneuver even the most powerful tyrants.